Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Sandia if you don't already know. Today I'm going to be doing a DIY video on how I got these jeans done, how I got them cut. What you're going to see in the video is not these actual jeans, it's going to be my friend's jeans, but they're still black, and I'm going to be cutting them just like I cut these ones, just in a different style. I cut these jeans about a couple of months ago. I don't really remember when, but it's still me cutting them. So yeah, if you'd like to see how I got these cut jeans, please keep watching. So what we're gonna need is some scissors, some fabric scissors, a white pencil. I didn't really have any other white pencil, so I decided to use this NYX jumbo pencil. And we're gonna need a knife. It doesn't really matter which knife you use. I'm just showing you guys two different knife options, but yeah. And obviously we're gonna need a pair of jeans. So I'll start off with basically lining up where I'm about to cut with the white pencil. You have to use white because it really helps when you're trying to figure out where to cut. If you use like a black pencil, you won't really know. I also go into the pants just to make sure I'm not cutting the other side, and I just make a tiny hole just to know where to cut, and then that's when I go along the line and cut it just horizontally. Excuse me if I sound weird, but I've been sick for a couple of days, right, and my throat has been hurting, so it's kind of hard to talk, but I'm gonna get this video done. Now you don't really have to worry about the white parts because they're gonna get washed off and they're gonna be rubbed off while you're making your little fringes with the knife. So I'm gonna start with the knife, and all I do is rub the knife against the pants and the cut where I made it, just to make these little fringes and these rips that you see, just to make it look more natural. This helps create that distressed look, so instead of just cutting your jeans and then wearing it out, this helps make a more like, okay, these jeans are ripped, yes, they look nice. So that's what doing this does pretty much. And for preference for knives, if you have one, if you don't, it's fine. You probably want to use something that has stubs, like it's kind of bumpy, just so it could be easier to rub through the pants. So as a result of rubbing it, this is what you start to see, and this is actually how ripped jeans look. So I'm just gonna keep doing that until I get the desired look I want on the top part. Now this is really tedious, so you gotta make sure you're paying attention to what you do, because you don't want to cut yourself, and you also don't want to like make a bigger hole in the jeans that you're cutting. So really pay attention to what you're doing. You're also probably gonna need something to hold the jeans down. Here I was using a gallon of water that I have, but I'm pretty sure you can find anything to hold jeans down. I know later in some clips I was using my foot just to hold the jeans down. It doesn't really matter as what you're using, as long as you're just holding the jeans down still. Here I switched over to that black knife, just because I wanted to show you guys that the job still can get done with whichever knife you want to use. Sorry, that was such a mouthful. That's done. This is the look I get. It's not fully distressed to where I want it to be, so I'm just gonna go in and do it again a little bit more, but this is what you should start seeing as you keep distressing them. what it should look like. I know as you wash them, they're gonna become more flared out and more visible, so you don't have to worry if you don't see it right now, but it's definitely gonna look more once you wash your pants because that's what you're supposed to do after anyways. So I'm gonna start off with the knee area, and these jeans already came cut in the knee area, but the person who I'm doing these for wanted these to be a wider cut, so what I'm gonna do is add a little bit more, depth to the knee area. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit just to make it a little wider, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and distress just like I've been doing with the other ones. Here I make 3 cuts just to show you guys how it would look. Now, it was obviously easier to do it on the ripped part just because it's already ripped and it's already distressed, so the little riffle parts are easier to come out because that part's already ripped. But yeah, I just keep distressing it until I get that desired look I want, just like I mentioned earlier. And I do the same thing to the other side. There was nothing really, nothing else that my friend wanted me to do with these. So I just kept it simple and made a wider cut at the knee and just added a little cut on like the shin area, the thigh area. And you'll see how I got my look in a few clips. Sidebar, you want to make sure you get in the like crease area just because that side matters too. You have to make sure you get every single perimeter of these jeans just to make it look natural and good. So this is how the top part of me distressing it like came out to be. I'm just gonna keep doing that to the rest of them and I'm gonna be done. I love it when I see jeans and they have these little ripples on them. I think it makes it look so natural. So I decided to add that. All you gotta do is keep distressing it, and lines should come out. And if they come out, try not to cut them because they're gonna be broken really easily. This is how the other side of the pants looks. So the original, and this is the distress side. So as you guys can see, I added way more rips to it. Finesse it. So this is the final outcome of my distressing. This is the left side and the other side is the right side. I did pretty much the same thing on both sides just to keep it simple. If you guys like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.